Hello, this is PSKV coming to you in the comfort of your home. Oh, yes, in the comfort of your home. Okay, now let us get busy with this upside down. This upside down roasted garlic pork shoulder. That's right. It's upside down, not skin up, but upside down. And that's why the moisture of that pork shoulder roasted with herbs and all that good stuff that added in, sliced down deeply with garlic packed in for that pork shoulder to turn around and absorb it and just tenderize that meat and make it cut like butter. Oh, yes, that's right. That is the upside down roasted pork, baby. You ain't got to do everything upside up. Just joking with you upside up. That's right, baby. But this is upside down. And I tell you, it is good for all occasions. That's right. For spring, summer, winter, and fall. That's right. You can have a pork shoulder cooking, and I tell you, it is good. And those that like the Super Bowl, well, baby, put one of them pork shoulders in the oven and marinate it first. And I tell you, your guests in the Super Bowl, everybody rooting for their own team. But I tell you, they're going to be rooting for you to cook that roast pork, that garlic roast pork shoulder again. Because that's how good and fantastic it's going to be. That's right. You know how PSKV do that thing. You know how we love doing that thing over here cooking and showing you that we can do it. We can do it. And we can do it right. And we can do it good. So before you slice it, make sure you wait for the juice to settle in, and you know how you do it. And all that juice, I tell you, will be right up in that pork. So when you get ready to slice it later on, or you can freeze it. Yes, you can freeze it too. And you can put it in bags, just for them special sandwiches. You can do your thing. That's right. So pork shoulder is a good thing when you know how to cook it. But I tell you something, if you don't like pork shoulder, we can do some beef. You don't like beef, we can do some chicken. All right, we can do some chicken, and we can even roast a lamb. I'll be doing a roast lamb for you too, babies. I love me some cooking and love roasting some good meat, baby. I tell you, even though I don't eat meat as much, but I tell you, I enjoy cooking it, and I enjoy taking it and slicing it. Once in a while, just seeing the blessing of that beautiful juice, just savory when you slice it and then you put it on the platter. Come on now, you know how we do it. Okay now, and you see at the bottom of the pan, it's not burnt. Okay, this is the rice. This is the completion. And do you see all the substance? There go the cranberries, came right up to the top. Right there is all in between the cranberries. So you'll see that when it goes on the plate. But this is the roast pork rice with cranberries. That's right, the roast pork rice with cranberries. And I'm telling you something, it is delicious. It is delicious. I'm telling you, it is delicious. So I'm just going to show you a little bit. See how that is? No sticky, nothing. See? Beautiful texture. Beautiful. 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 So you'll see it when it goes on the plate, because I'll make sure when I plate it up, I'll show you that. But let me tell you that you talking about some good eating. You see that rice? You see how loose it is? You see that rice? That rice look good, don't it? You see that cranberries? You see the pork juice that went all into that rice? That roast pork juice that cooked it, cause it take roast pork don't take no half an hour. You know you got when you cooking that roast pork, baby, you got to take time to cook that pork, and all that juice goes down at the bottom of the pan, which I showed you, and all that good juice can make a good broth, and that's what it did. It made the broth for the rice, for the side dish. You know I love that laughing, babies. I love to laugh. You know that. Now, in the back of that pot, you know I had cooked me some And I'll tell you that because that's another video. So I ain't going to go there with you with that. Can't tell you everything because this is the video about the roast pork. And the side dish with the rice. The pork, roast pork rice with cranberries. That's right. So you can't tell everything at one video. So that means what you got to do is follow me and keep up with PSKV. So subscribe to keep up with the content. That's right. So I hope you watched that good old stuffing dressing recipe. And I said stuffing and dressing recipe because that dressing can be used to stuff even down to some green peppers. That stuffing can be used, that recipe can be used to stuff some other things that I'm going to be showing and sharing with you guys. All right. So, talk to you soon. Love ya. What is the difference when it comes down to the roast garlic pork? Upside down. That's right, the upside down roast garlic pork. The difference is that, first of all, the pork skin is at the bottom. It's not at top to make it crispy, on that part. That's the major part, is that you want that skin very crispy. So I cook it both ways, but this is a different recipe. This recipe refers that the pork is definitely cooked upside down. That means that the skin will not be crispy, but up top where the flesh meat is at, that is where the herbs, the season, the garlic, all of that is seared into the pork, where you slice the pork in with a deep slice and pack it with the garlic. And then after that, wrap it in some cling wrap and put it in a deep shallow bowl or something that you can close it tightly to marinate. But wrapping it into the cling wrap is even more better because that means you sealing in all of the season to marinate into the meat. Do when I'm cooking the pork shoulder roast, what I do is I slice it, deep slices, add that garlic in, add my season, my herbs, and season that pork roast to the extreme. And I'm not talking about filling it all up with the salt. Try to eliminate the salt, and because the salt is not number one, what you want to get the flavor in, because the garlic gonna dominate and help build up that nice juice and help with the tenderizing of that. So you don't want to just add salt. You want ingredients and herbs to be the main foundation. So when you put that garlic in, it's going to be like tender cut, like cutting it like butter. So that is the main thing that you want. You don't want to overpower it with just salt to dry out the pork. So the main thing, after you done put the garlic in, and you want it to marinate it overnight, wrap it with some cling wrap. After you done season it up, you done put the thick slices in to pack the garlic in, and then you wrap it with the cling wrap and let it sit overnight. Let it sit overnight or a couple of hours, and then take that cling wrap off and then get ready to roast. Upside down. The roast pork can be cooked in different seasons. So that means the summer as well as the winter. Fall, That's right, as well as plain. So roast pork can be cooked in all four seasons. And I tell you, you will enjoy it because it is a delight. I tell you, for the family treat. So you can add this for dinner, you can add it for lunch, and you can add it for breakfast. No matter which way, roast garlic pork. This is a roast garlic roasted pork. Wherever way you want to say it, baby, you can say it. Because once you taste it, you can serve this in any dish added on. So this is not a dish that you can just say, I'm just leaving it for this. No, you can incorporate this in your breakfast. You can incorporate this with your dinner. You can incorporate this with your lunch. And you can incorporate this with a brunch. That's right. You can incorporate it. And you can incorporate it just sitting back watching the Super Bowl. So you'll be watching me do that also, making that pork roast. And also while they watching the Super Bowl, they got nice slices of roast pork right there, ready to go on Heroes. We call it in New York Heroes, hoagies, wherever way you want to. Because my family is from the South as well. That I've been born right here in New York. So don't underestimate New York people right up here now. We love cooking. Oh yes, we love cooking. So, and definitely we love good food. And there's many restaurants here in New York City, so you know we definitely love cooking. And so definitely, like I said right now, this here can be used in all four areas. So if you right here in New York and you do not want to be going to the deli and to the corner bodegas all the time, getting their hero, get your own hero bread. Go over there to BJ's and get your own fresh bread, whatever. Get you a nice pork roast, or go to, go to C-Town. Go to any store. You know them grocery stores around here. And go right there to C-Town. We got to call out our stores too. So we got that C-Town. We got Stop and Shop. Go over there to Stop and Shop. See what pork roast you can find over there. C-Town. See what you can find over there. And get your roast pork and cook it, and then you can put that in the oven and slice it, and also you can put it in the freezer after you done cooked it, and then you can turn around, slice that thing up, and make you some sandwiches. And that's right, and put it in the freezer. Use a couple of pieces out, put it in the Ziploc bags, and this is for your hoagies. This is for your hero sandwiches. And you don't have to be popping at the deli every minute. That if you eat pork. But if you don't eat pork, I got recipes for chicken too. I got recipes also for vegetarian hoagies and vegetarian heroes and all of that stuff. If you a hero, put that in the oven and slice it, and also you can put it in the freezer after you done cooked it, and then you can turn around, slice that thing up, and make you some sandwiches. And that's right, and put it in the freezer. Use a couple of pieces out, put it in the Ziploc bags, and this is for your hoagies. This is for your hero sandwiches. And you don't have to be popping at the deli every minute. That if you eat pork. But if you don't eat pork, I got recipes for chicken too. I got recipes also for vegetarian hoagies and vegetarian heroes and all of that stuff if you a hero hoagie person. All right. This is my Martha Stewart 8-quart roaster. That's right, the Dutch oven. I tell you, it is beautiful. It cooks, and it makes sure that that meat is cooked so good with all its juices. So this is a great investment. It costs a little bit, but I tell you, the price is nothing compared to the many dishes that you will be making. The many dishes that you could cook into this here Dutch I call it my Dutch oven, baby, because that's how deep it is for me. Because you can cook macaroni and cheese. You can cook lasagna. You can cook, some dishes that you would never think that, wait a minute. You can cook some, I have to show you some of my recipes that will blow your mind. And one of the recipes that can be cooked in this here is one of my mother's recipes that have been passed down to me, which is called shotgun.